I start my 2-month sabbatical for starting Monday. What would be your advice?
Give us more detail.
I've been working 10 years, and so I have a 2-month sabbatical vacation, and I want to make the most of it. And what I want to do is, when I get back to work, there are these set schedules. I wake up in the morning, go to get kids ready, get them in school, go do the projects, come back. And I feel like, those 10 years have been really good and fun, but here's what we would do.
Okay. Here's what we would do. If we were in a position, in physical form, if we were in a position where, are you saying that most responsibilities will subside for you during this 2 months?
Yes, most of them.
So you're in more of a position to discover and explore the delight of your own inspired path. So we would schedule almost nothing. We would schedule almost nothing. So think about why you might schedule. Only got 2 months, don't want to squander it, don't want to miss out on things, want to get the most out of it. Feel that?
Yeah.
But what about 2 months that is unscheduled? 2 months. And we can say this to you because we can feel who you are and where you are. You are in a position, you are in a vibrational place where in that unscheduled tension, in the absence of the tension of the schedule, in the unscheduled tensionlessness, impulses will come to you. Follow it. Follow the impulse as it comes. Don't question it. Don't try to put it in its right order. Don't try to explain it to yourself, and don't try to justify it. When the impulse comes, follow the impulse. And watch what happens in these 2 months about the way your path will reveal itself to you. Once this 2 months has passed, you'll stand in a place, not at the end of your path, not even at the end of your sabbatical, but at the beginning of the freedom, the inspired freedom that you've been reaching for. We wish that for all of you. Awesome. We wish that all of you could say to everyone, Esther is saying, be careful. She likes the cameramen right where they are. Don't send them all on their way, Abraham. Wish for all of you to let way more of your day, way more of the action of your day be inspired rather than structured or assigned. Because you've made decisions in your wanting to be responsible to others that actually hold you from the realization of your true path, you see. And when the details begin to dovetail with your path and the momentum begins to pick up, you find yourself it's like this feeling of, what now? I don't even need to know what's next. I just know that whatever it is going to be exhilarating too. Does this seem odd to you? Have you been listening to us for a while?
Yes.
Were you listening to us when we were talking to you about deliberate creation? Were you listening to us when we were talking to you about directing your thoughts? About you get what you think about, so be deliberate about what you think about? And can you feel that none of that has changed? We're just asking you to feel it into being rather than think it into being. We're asking you to accept that there's a broader part of you that has set goals too. A broader part of you who has powerful intentions about who you are. A broader part of you who is integrating all of the details of life that you've been finding along your physical trail. And this is the ultimate discussion that we've ever discussed on the subject of the art of allowing. Because it is the process of, it is the function, it is the behavior, it is the action, it is the mindset, it is the focus. That the art of allowing what? The art of allowing what you already accomplished in step 1 and what we already accomplished in step 2. The art of allowing the inspiration. In other words, so you liked it when we said that you create your own reality until we said you have to think about it more deliberately. And then you said, I'm not sure that I like that quite so much. And then you liked it when we explained to you that as you sift through contrast, you launch these rockets of desire, and that there is a vibrational reality that is already created. And you played along with us as we talked about this vibrational reality. We talked about the vortex for a couple of years. We wrote a book called Getting Into the Vortex, this vortex. And you began to say to us things like, Abraham, I would really like to get into the vortex, whatever that means. I get the idea that you're enthusiastic about us getting there. And I kind of feel that if I could get in there, I would like it when I got in there, but I really don't know how to get in there. What I really want, Abraham, I love knowing that all the money that I want is in the vortex, but please, Abraham, tell me how to get it out of the vortex and into the bank. How do I get this vibration that you say that I am? How do I get it into a realized form? How do I get it where I can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it and move it and enjoy it? How do I make tangible of the intangible? How do I create my own reality? How do I turn thoughts to things? And that's what we're talking about now. There is a mass consciousness that is at this point where you are asking with more fervor than has ever been focused in this physical time-space reality ever, how is it that my dreams become reality? How is it that I make the tangible out of the intangible? And so we say, you do it by accepting that it is vibrationally queued up for you and that source is on it and that you are worthy of it, but that you've got to do the thing. You've got to stop doing the thing that is not letting it happen. You've got to stop doing that thing. You've got to stop focusing upon the conditions that introduce resistance into your equation that hold you in a vibrational place where your tuner's set on a different station. You can't set your radio dial on 102 FM and hear what's being broadcast on 95 FM. Your frequencies have to match up. And so the frequencies of your vortex are sublime. Source energy there is a high frequency. There's no resistance in it. And there is just not room for the conditional life that you've been living in that vibrational frequency. You got to find a way to change the frequency to one that has no resistance. And when you do, subject after subject will come right into your realization. And it won't just be your imagination. Others will see it happening to you too. You will translate vibration into reality. So, we like that conversation so much. We like that conversation so much because, you see, we're joyful when you're not. We're joyful when you're troubled. We're joyful when you're launching the rockets. Oh, we love it when you launch a rocket. We love it when the universe expands because of something that you've lived. And we take the expansion immediately and embrace it and enjoy it and be it and offer the vibration of it, making it more easy for you to find vibrational alignment with it too. And then when you do, when you start following the path of least resistance, when you start reaching for the thoughts that feel the best, and you start deliberately stepping out in front of any negative momentum and not allowing it to get further, and encouraging the momentum that does feel good, when you start putting it together, that the way it feels and who you really are all dovetail together, so you begin getting a handle on this, as so many of you have, and then you recognize your path. That's when the true celebration happens. That's when the true exhilaration happens. Not the true in the sense that it was false before. The true in the sense that it is magnified exponentially. In other words, nothing is more delicious than for you to find an idea out of the stuff that you're living and put it in the vortex where it germinates, where it becomes a reality. And at the same time, you do the work of bringing yourself into vibrational alignment with it too. In other words, if you don't rise to the frequency of your own creation, you cannot realize your own creation. Are you hearing this? You have launched so many creations, but you hold yourself apart from them. And why? Because you're examining the what is already manifested, and what is already manifested doesn't include the new stuff. The new stuff has to be allowed. So you can't keep noticing that the new stuff hasn't happened yet and allow the new stuff in. You have to find a way of enjoying the vibrational frequency of the new stuff before it manifests. You have to enjoy the emotion of it before you can experience the reality of it, you see. You got that, didn't you?
Yes.
You got that. You got that. Yeah.